Let us start chemistry gas state. Here we will see compressibility factor. Compressibility factor versus pressure graph we will see. Compressibility factor versus pressure graph we will see. In this axis we will take compressibility factor. In this axis we will take pressure. Now we will draw the graph for ideal gas. For ideal gas, what is the Z value? What is the Z value for ideal gas? Okay. Z value for ideal gas is 1. Z value for ideal gas is 1. So we are getting a graph for ideal gas is 1. It is for a ideal gas. Z value for ideal gas is how much in the sense 1. Z value for ideal gas we got as 1. Sorry. Next we will take a nitrogen gas we will take. At a different temperatures we will consider. Nitrogen gas we will consider at a different temperatures. How the graph will be there, that we will see. Nitrogen gas we are considering at a different temperatures. Okay. Now we will take minus 70 degrees Celsius. At minus 70 degrees Celsius, how the graph is there we will see. At minus 70 degrees Celsius, nitrogen gas shows like this graph. At minus 70 degrees Celsius, nitrogen gas shows like this. At minus 70 degrees Celsius, nitrogen gas shows like this graph. Now we will see here pressure goes on increasing. What happens to the Z value? See, in this place Z is less than 1. That means in this place nitrogen gas is having dominance of attractive force. In this place, among the nitrogen gas molecules, attractive force is dominating. Here Z is greater than 1. So positive deviation it is. In the among the nitrogen gas molecules, repulsive force is dominating here. So at minus 70 degrees Celsius, nitrogen gas shows two types of deviations. One is negative deviation, another one is positive deviation. Here attractive force is dominating. Here repulsive force is dominating. Okay. Now in this place compressibility factor less than 1. In this place compressibility factor greater than 1 for nitrogen gas. Now we will see from year to year. On going from year to year, Z decreases. On going from year to year, Z decreases. Decreases in the sense less than 1, becoming less than 1. Okay. Z goes on decreasing if we go like this. So magnitude of attractive force goes on increasing. Sorry. From year to year we will see. From year to year. From year to year, Z value goes on increasing. Even then, Z value less than 1. Magnitude of attractive force decreases. It is in negative deviation. From year to year we will see. Z value increases. Z is greater than 1. So repulsive force. Magnitude of repulsive force increases. So if we go like this, if in this graph says that Z is less than 1, Z goes on decreasing, then increasing. Here Z is greater than 1, Z goes on increasing. This part comes under negative deviation, this part comes under positive deviation. Here attractive force is dominating, here repulsive force is dominating. Here magnitude of attraction increases, magnitude of attractive force decreases, magnitude of repulsive force increases. Okay. So nitrogen gas at minus 70 degrees Celsius shows negative deviation as well as positive deviation, which depends on its pressure. Sorry. Here what are the other terms are constant? What are the terms constant in the sense? One is number of moles, temperature. Here for this graph temperature is constant. This graph completely drawn at minus 70 degrees Celsius. Pressure is variable. Pressure is variable in the sense automatically volume term also varying. So which are constants? Number of moles, temperature. Pressure is variable, volume also variable. The compressibility factor goes on changing on varying the pressure. Sorry. At this temperature, nitrogen gas shows both negative deviation as well as positive deviation. From year to year, if you see, pressure increases, but magnitude of attractive force goes on increasing. Then onwards, pressure increasing, magnitude of attractive force goes on decreasing, and the repulsive force dominating here, repulsive force goes on increasing. So at minus 70 degrees Celsius, nitrogen gas behaves like this. Okay. Now we will change the temperature. We are taking a minus 20 degrees Celsius. At minus 20 degrees Celsius, now we are taking the temperature how much in the sense minus 20 degrees Celsius we will take. Minus 20 degrees Celsius we have taken. Now for this this graph will be there. Gas is nitrogen gas is fixed. Temperature we have changed here minus 70 degrees Celsius, now minus 20 degrees Celsius. At minus 20 degrees Celsius, nitrogen gas will be taken for varying pressure. At minus 20 degrees Celsius, nitrogen gas is taken for different pressures. Now, how the graph will be there for nitrogen gas when compared to at minus 70 degrees Celsius? Now, how the graph will be there for nitrogen gas at minus 20 degrees Celsius when compared to minus 70 degrees Celsius? Now, at this temperature, if negative deviation is there, how that negative deviation will be there when compared to minus 70 degrees Celsius? Here, if you see the dip of the curve, if you see this much, it is a dip of the curve. So if negative deviation is there for this, how the dip of the curve will be there? Will it be less than this or greater than this? What do you feel? How do you feel? Negative deviation is there means how it will be there? Sorry. Now see that here two temperatures we are taking. One is minus 70 degrees Celsius. Another one is minus 20 degrees Celsius. Sorry. Minus 70 degrees Celsius means here temperature is low, here temperature is high. So kinetic energy is low here, kinetic energy is higher. Sorry. So velocity of gaseous molecules movement is less, velocity of gaseous molecules movement is high. Sorry. Now attractive force, here attractive force we will see. How the attractive forces between molecules will be there, see. Temperature is lowering in the sense gas into liquid into solid. Temperature lowering means gas is converting into liquid, then liquid is converting into solid. Sorry. That means attractive force is high, attractive force is low. It is general, not for this particular case. But generally, temperature is decreasing in the sense attractive force is increasing. It is normally we are expecting. It is the expectation. It should be experiment. We did not say for all the substances. Generally like this. Sorry. With respect to this, minus 70 degrees Celsius is having higher magnitude of attractive force among the gaseous molecules. At minus 20 degrees Celsius, attractive force among the gaseous molecules less. Now at minus 70 degrees Celsius, the dip of the curve from year to year, it is a dip of the curve from year to year. It is the dip of the curve towards negative force, towards attractive force. Now at minus 20 degrees Celsius, what is the magnitude of attractive force when compared to minus 70 means like this. So how the dip of the curve will be there at minus 20 degrees Celsius? What is our expectation? We will see our expectation, then we will see experimental result. Okay. Now, how do you feel that the dip of the curve for minus 20 degrees Celsius and minus 70 degrees Celsius? How do you feel? Which will have higher value? Which will have higher value? Do you think? Which will have higher dip, higher magnitude of dip at minus 70 degrees Celsius or minus 20 degrees Celsius? Sir, the dip says about what? This dip says about what, that we will see. This dip is saying about what, that point we will see. From year to year, it is the dip of the curve. Now, it says that this dip of the curve says what is the Z value? What is the minimum possible Z value? So, if the dip of the curve is more, then Z value is becoming much less. See, this dip of the curve says here at this point, what is the minimum value of Z? For this graph, minimum value of Z is this much. That is nothing but a dip of the curve. Between minimum value and 1, that difference we are getting. So if the dip is, this dip magnitude is changing, we can say magnitude of attractive force also changing. If the dip is more, then can we say magnitude of attractive force is maximum? If the dip magnitude is high, means magnitude of attractive force also high, we can say. Sir, in this graph, at which point magnitude of attractive force is higher, in the sense maximum in the sense at this point, at this pressure, at this pressure. In this graph at minus 70 degrees Celsius, magnitude of attractive force is highest for nitrogen gas at this pressure. In the rest of the pressures, magnitude of attractive force is less. Sir, so this dip of the curve says where at which pressure magnitude of attractive force is maximum for a given curve. Sir, now say how the magnitude of dip will be there year and year. Now magnitude of dip year and year we are seeing. How do you feel? Will it be same or different? If it is different, which is having higher value? Which is having higher value? Which is having higher value? Sir, okay. Now see that this dip of the curve, this dip, that point will take. We will take this point. We will take this point. We are taking here. We have taken this point. Corresponding pressure we are taking. Corresponding pressure. Okay. Now at this pressure, Z for nitrogen gas is minimum. Sorry. Where attractive force is maximum at this graph, in the sense at this point. At this point, magnitude of attractive force is maximum. So this dip of the curve, this dip in the sense with respect to Z equal to 1. This dip of the curve says that magnitude of maximum attractive force. This dip of the curve says that what is the maximum attractive force possible in the gas at a given temperature. Okay. Now you say that what about magnitude of dip at minus 70 degrees Celsius when compared to at minus 20 degrees Celsius? Do you feel that same? Do you feel they are different? If it is different, which is having higher value? Minus 70 degrees Celsius or minus 20 degrees Celsius? For which dip magnitude is more? Do you say minus 70 degrees Celsius or minus 20 degrees Celsius? Sir, here attractive force is more, therefore magnitude of dip is high. Here attractive force is less, therefore magnitude of dip is low here. Sir. So how the graph will be there for this, that point we'll see. For a minus 20 degrees Celsius, how the graph is there, that we will take. So at minus 20 degrees Celsius, the graph comes as so and so. It is for a minus 20 degrees Celsius. So for minus 20 degrees Celsius, how the graph is there, that point we got. Sorry. Now we will see minus 20 degrees Celsius. At minus 20 degrees Celsius, from year to year, Z value decreases. From year to year, Z value increases. From year to year, Z value increases. From year to year, Z decreases less than 1, so negative deviation. Year to year, Z is less than 1, negative deviation. Year to year, Z is greater than 1, positive deviation. Now, negative deviation means attractive force is dominating. Positive deviation means repulsive force is dominating. From year to year, Z decreases, so magnitude of attractive force increases. Year to year, Z increases, magnitude of attractive force decreases. Year to year, Z value increases, magnitude of repulsive force increases, rising. Now we will see dip of the curve. We will see here in this case it is a dip. This dip says that what is the maximum attractive force possible for a given temperature. So now see that at minus 20 degrees Celsius, dip is less. At minus 70 degrees Celsius, dip is high. So that for which magnitude of attractive force is high in the sense at minus 70 degrees Celsius when compared to minus 20 degrees Celsius. So this we are expecting normally. That's what we got. That's what we got here. We got this point also based on that. This point is based on that. So generally what we are expecting, same thing we got in the for nitrogen gas at minus 20 degrees Celsius when compared to minus 70 degrees Celsius. Sorry. Now we will see at higher pressures how it is there. At higher pressures how it is there. What is our expectation? What is our expectation, that we will see. Our expectation is what? What is the experiment? That point we will see. So we are taking a minus 70 degrees Celsius at and minus 20 degrees Celsius. We are going for at higher pressures. Here temperature low, here temperature high. Now we are considering higher pressures for both cases. So kinetic energy is low, kinetic energy is high. Here velocity low, here velocity high. Sorry. Lower temperature in the sense attractive force is dominating, will say. Therefore here repulsive force is less, we will say. Here repulsive force is more. It is our expectation. It is our expectation. So what experimental graph says, that we will see. So what we are expecting means at a higher temperature repulsive force will be high when compared to at lower temperature. What experimental result says, we will see. The experimental curve says what way, that point we will see. Experimental curve we are seeing here. Okay, based on that we will see. Now we will consider this pressure. At this pressure we will see minus 20 degrees Celsius. For minus 20 degrees Celsius, what is the Z value? We will see. Z value is this much. For the same pressure at minus 70 degrees Celsius, Z value is this much. Compressibility factor is this much. Now see, at a given pressure for minus 20 degrees Celsius, Z value is this much. Z value is greater than 1, so positive deviation, repulsive force is dominating. At minus 70 degrees Celsius, Z is greater than 1, positive deviation, repulsive force is dominating. Now minus 20 and minus 70 we will compare. For minus 20, Z is less when compared to at minus 70. Therefore, at minus 20, repulsive force magnitude is less when compared to at minus 70 degrees Celsius. So where repulsive force is less in the sense at minus 20 degrees Celsius when compared to minus 70 degrees Celsius when the pressure is in higher side. Okay. So now the experimental graph says that here repulsive force is magnitude is high, here repulsive force magnitude is low. It is the experimental result. So the expectation says opposite. So we should not take expectation point. We have to consider the experimental term only. We have to consider. Set. Now we will come for experimental fact. The experimental fact says that repulsive forces magnitude is more here when compared to less. This is why. It is why in the sense here at lower temperature in the sense between molecules distance will be low. At higher temperature in the sense between molecules distance will be high. Therefore here repulsive magnitude is high, repulsive magnitude is low. Like this we have to explain. So how to explain this experimental term in the sense here low temperature, therefore distance between molecules is low. Here high temperature, so distance between molecules is high. Therefore repulsive force magnitude is like this is there. In that way we have to give the explanation. So you understand that whatever the thing, we have to see the experimental fact. Based on experimental fact we have to give suitable explanation. We should not give explanation by our own expectation. We can expect whether it is correct or wrong. We have to check with the experiment, then only we have to conclude it. Sir, now at minus 20 degrees Celsius we got the graph like this. Sir, next we will see we will change the temperature. Now we will change the temperature. For changing the temperature, how the graph will be there, that point we will see. Okay, let us change the temperature now. We will take some other temperature. Let us take, we drew the graph for two things. One is minus 70 degrees Celsius. Another one we drew at minus 20 degrees Celsius. Sir, we got like this graph. Next we will take the temperature is 20 degrees Celsius we will take. Next we are taking the temperature is how much in the sense 20 degrees Celsius. At 20 degrees Celsius how the graph will be there, that point we will see. At 20 degrees Celsius how the graph. Sorry. For 20 degrees Celsius we are going for the graph. The graph comes like this. For 20 degrees Celsius the graph comes like this. Sir, we got a graph for 20 degrees Celsius. For 20 degrees Celsius how the graph is there. For nitrogen gas, that we are writing. Sorry. Now see that here from this point to this point you see. At 20 degrees Celsius from this point to this point you see. How the Z value is there you see. For when the pressure range is this much. When the pressure range is this much, see the Z value at a given temperature. So how the Z value is there you think? When the temperature is 20 degrees Celsius, for a certain pressure range, Z remains how much? Z remains how much? Now see that what is a certain pH pressure range means this is a pressure range. At this pressure range, Z is how much you see? Z remains as 1. Z remains as 1. Z remains as 1 means nitrogen gas has what behavior? Nitrogen gas has ideal behavior. Nitrogen gas has ideal behavior. Nitrogen gas is having ideal behavior. Now see, when the pressure range is this much, Z is 1. That means nitrogen gas is having which behavior in the sense? Ideal behavior. Nitrogen gas is acting as ideal gas. Okay. Now we will take other pressure will take. Now the pressure is this, like this. From year to year we'll see. Nitrogen gas shows what? See, only positive deviation. Only positive deviation it shows. Here there is no negative deviation at all. Only positive deviation is there. When the pressure is greater than this, nitrogen shows only positive deviation. Sir. But at this pressure range, nitrogen gas is having Z equal to 1. So nitrogen gas is showing ideal behavior. Nitrogen gas is having ideal behavior. Now this temperature now at this temperature and at this pressure range, Z remains as 1. So nitrogen gas is having ideal behavior. So this temperature is called Boyle's temperature. This temperature is called what? Boyle's temperature, we can say. Okay. So what is Boyle's temperature? The temperature at which Z remains as 1 for a certain pressure range while the gas has ideal behavior. So what is Boyle's temperature? Have you got an idea? So Boyle's temperature means it is the temperature at which Z remains as 1 for a certain pressure range for a given gas while the given gas is acting as ideal gas. Ideal behavior is there. Okay. Now Boyle's temperature for nitrogen gas. Boyle's temperature for nitrogen gas, how much in the sense 20 degrees Celsius. Boyle's temperature for nitrogen gas is how much? 20 degrees Celsius. Okay. So at 20 degrees Celsius and for a certain pressure range, nitrogen gas is having Z1 while nitrogen is having ideal behavior. While it is obeying gas laws, Boyle's law, Charles law, etc. Now we will change the temperature. We will change the temperature to how much in the sense some are greater than 20. While how the graph is there, we'll see the graph is so and so. We have gone for 50 degrees Celsius. At 50 degrees Celsius, nitrogen gas shows only positive deviation. At 50 degrees Celsius, nitrogen gas shows only positive deviation. There is no negative deviation at all. Only positive deviation is there. Okay. Now see, on increasing the temperature, what happens to the magnitude of negative deviation? You see, on increasing the temperature, what happens to the magnitude of negative deviation? On increasing the temperature, magnitude of negative deviation, what happens? That we'll see. Magnitude of negative deviation, is it decreasing or increasing? Generally, if you raise the temperature, attractive force decreases. So attractive force decreases in the sense magnitude of negative deviation, what happens? Decreases. It is the expectation. What is expectation? On increasing the temperature, kinetic energy of gas molecules increases, velocity of gas molecules increases, distance between gas molecules increases, attractive force between gas molecules decreases. So magnitude of negative deviation decreases. It is a general expectation. Is it correct or wrong? That we will see. Now we will take whether that point we will see. Now you see that negative deviation we will see. For minus 70 degrees Celsius, magnitude of negative deviation dip is this much. At minus 20 degrees Celsius, the dip is this much. At 20 degrees Celsius, no negative deviation at all. At 50 degrees Celsius, only positive deviation. So this experimental fact says that on rising the temperature, magnitude of negative deviation getting reduced. Sir, that magnitude of negative deviation, what happened? We said. Now we will consider higher pressure range. Higher pressure range. At higher pressure range, we will take only positive deviation. Will take like this. Only positive deviation will take. Now we are taking higher pressure range. At higher pressure range, we will take only positive deviation is there. That will take. What happens to the magnitude of positive deviation? What is our expectation? That we will see. What is our expectation? That point we will see. Okay. On increasing the temperature, magnitude of magnitude of a positive deviation that we'll see. Now it is opposite to our expectation, like this is there. Expectation is positive deviation increases, we'll say, but how it is there in the sense how the what the experimental fact says that experimental fact says that magnitude of positive deviation decreases at higher pressure range, at higher pressure side. On increasing the temperature, magnitude of positive deviation decreases. Now let us see another point. Let us see. Now we will take the gas is called a now we will go for a graph z versus p. Z versus p we have taken. For ideal gas we have drawn the graph. For ideal gas we have drawn the graph. Next we will take for nitrogen gas, the graph is like this. Now for oxygen gas, the graph is like this. For carbon dioxide gas, the graph is so and so. Next for helium gas, the graph is so and so. For helium gas, here temperature is fixed. For all the molecules, temperature is fixed. Number of moles is 1 mole of gas. Okay. All these gaseous molecules are taken at same temperature. All these gaseous molecules are at same number of moles. For pressure is variable for these gases. So compressibility factor is like this. Now the question is, helium gas shows only positive deviation here. In this graph, helium gas is showing only positive deviation. Can helium gas show negative deviation by varying temperature? Can helium gas show negative deviation by varying temperature? Can helium gas show negative deviation by varying temperature? What do you say? Can helium gas show negative deviation by varying temperature? Is it possible or not? The question is, for helium gas, negative deviation is possible or not at all possible? For helium gas, negative deviation is possible or not at all possible? What do you think? Sir. Now we will see this nitrogen gas. We will see. For nitrogen gas, you see at minus 70 degrees Celsius how the graph is there. See. At minus 20 degrees Celsius how the graph is there. See. At 20 degrees Celsius see the graph. At 50 degrees Celsius see the graph. If you go on decreasing the temperature, if you go on reducing the temperature, what happens? At 50 degrees Celsius only positive deviation. At 20 degrees Celsius, Z is 1 at certain pressure range, then positive deviation. At minus 20 degrees Celsius, Z becomes less than 1 at this pressure range. At minus 70 degrees Celsius, Z is less than 1 at this pressure range. So, by varying temperature, we can change a positive deviation into negative deviation also. So that for helium gas here, only positive deviation when temperature is fixed. This helium gas also can show negative deviation by varying temperature. So that if you change the temperature, even helium gas also can show negative deviation. That's why helium gas also can be liquefied. Negative deviation in the sense what? Attractive force is dominating between the gaseous molecules. Attractive force is dominating in the sense gas can be converted into liquid. When it cannot be converted into liquid if there is no attraction. So for helium gas also we can liquefy. Helium gas can be liquefied. That means helium gas can show attractive force. That means a negative deviation by changing the temperature. So conclusion is what means? If we change the temperature, helium gas also can show negative deviation. Sorry. From this, we got a conclusion. Conclusion is all the gases deviate from ideal behavior. It is a conclusion we got. Is it correct? Shall we say all the gases deviate from ideal gas, all the practically available gases, all the naturally available gases deviating from ideal gas behavior. At a certain condition, all the gases can obey ideal behavior, can obey gas laws, having ideal behavior. This statement, do you agree? What is the conclusive statement we got? See that all the gases deviate from ideal behavior. At certain conditions, that means certain pressure range, so and so. At certain conditions, all the gas molecules obey gas laws which have ideal behavior. This is the conclusive statement we got. So, Boyle's law, Charles' law, we cannot apply under any condition. At certain condition only we can apply. Otherwise, we have to go for an assumption. What is assumption in the sense ideal gas behavior? Ideal gas behavior assumption we have to go. Then only. Sir, okay. Now we got a conclusive statement we got. Now we will take a ideal gas equation. The ideal gas equation is PV is equal to nRT. Now this equation we cannot apply to all the gases normally. Under all conditions, we cannot apply this gases equation to all the gases. It is ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT. This gaseous equation can be applied to all the gases under all the conditions? No. Why is it so? Because all the gases deviate from ideal behavior under all the conditions except at certain condition. At certain condition only behaving ideal behavior. At certain condition only obeying gas laws. So at certain condition only this PV is equal to nRT can be applicable. At all the conditions PV is equal to nRT not applicable. So what if you do here such that this gaseous equation will be applicable to all the gases under all the conditions, for which we have to give correction term here. To do correction term, to make this equation to useful for all the gases, many scientists have modified this equation. Among this, one equation is called Van der Waals equation. Van der Waals modified this equation into some other form that is called Van der Waals equation. That Van der Waals equation is applicable to all the gases. Sir, now we will see what is Van der Waals equation. In the Van der Waals equation, where and all correction is done, that we will see. Now we are taking a Van der Waals equation. Van der Waals equation. In Van der Waals equation, where and all correction is done in the sense one is pressure term. In pressure term, correction is done. Another one is what in the sense volume term. In volume term, correction is done. In volume term, correction is done. Then equation is given. In number of moles and temperature, correction is not done. Only in pressure and volume. Sir. In the pressure and volume, correction is done in the sense this Van der Waals equation considers interaction. So interaction in the sense two things are possible. One is called attractive, another one is called repulsive, which is considered by Van der Waals in the sense that is attractive force it considers, it is not considering repulsive force. Why it is considering attractive force but not repulsive force in the sense generally between gaseous molecules attractive force will be there, repulsive